Hello and welcome to the Wrestling Answers podcast. I am your host, as ever, Miyamo Jeff 53, joined by my wonderful co-host Joebot 22.
Hola, uh, M Miamo, Joebot, you cunts. I thought I'd go Spanish today. We're doing a different language every episode because I am Mr. Worldwide officially.
So what are you doing next week? Lithuanian?
We'll go different. We'll probably go like Russian next week.
Russian? Oh.
Yeah. Welcome, lad. Jack, are you ready to talk about Ricochet?
Barely a minute in, we've already started busting up the racism.
That's not racist.
But, bro, that impression is
We're
so
allowed
poor.
to be racist to Russia. Come
But,
on. They're homophobic. That we're allowed to be racist towards them and make fun of them.
well, you can be homophobic back to them.
Yeah, but they're not. Well, yeah, but the people who are gay in Russia are in prison. They won't see this.
That's
Like,
true. Or maybe they will. Maybe this is one of their forms of torture.
oh wow, we're doing a good job there then.
Yeah.
Please no.
So, so yeah, we'll move to our first topic. Will NXT's new format, version, whatever, restructuring, do we think it will work out in the end? Because it's been 2 weeks now since they've moved to it, and from what little I've seen, it's been okay. But I, I don't know. Do you think it has a future?
No, you're gonna have to describe this to me because I don't know what you're on about. Um,
Okay,
so
so
what is their new structure?
pretty much NXT have restructured, so they're no longer going to sign indie wrestlers. They are just going to use homegrown talent. So they're just going to use people who come through the performance center and like from like WWE subsidiary kind of companies, like, and that's it. So no more, like, they wouldn't be signing anyone like Adam Cole anymore. It would literally just be just some random fucking jobber that comes through the performance center now. So
Well,
it's more like a developmental brand than
yeah,
it has been for a while. Like, it's closer to what NXT was originally.
yeah, I think that's better because when you get in names that have already been established and you bring them into this lower brand, if you will, um, you really just you get fans associating their previous work with other companies with what they're doing now and comparing it. Uh, so it's really different in a sense because right. Let's say you take Mario and stick him as like uh a mini boss in a fucking Sonic game. Like you won't really like that because it's a character that is loved, then you're just like kicking the shit out of him and it's not even mattering to the story. And that's what you're seeing with a lot of these people, like they're just being squashed. Uh,
Yeah, I
I
can.
I and then very few of them are coming to mainline NXT
Yeah.
stardom, because the homegrown talent is just being loved in a sense. And then the rest that are coming from indie promotions are the ones that always go up to main roster anyways, except for like Adam Cole because he's just been stuck in NXT for years. Um,
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I feel like a lot of the
I guess the
in
Mario and when you started the Mario analogy, I wasn't really following, but I, I sort of get it now. It's like you just take one thing from another product, slap it in, your product, and then expect everyone to just be fine with it.
yeah, just because it's something that is popular,
Yeah, because it's something that works
and then
there
you're putting
doesn't
it
mean it'll
in
work here.
this,
Yeah.
you put like it's pretty much like the cameo of wrestling, like NXT. Well, it's not really a cameo in it because they're there every week, but like you're just like, oh, it's this guy from an indie promotion that I like. Let's watch him get squashed by, you know, a former fucking dentist that WWE decided to like train into a wrestler. You know,
Isaac Yankem, mate.
was that actually a
No, no, Isaac Yankem was a gimmick that Kane had
Oh,
before he was Kane, but it was a dentist gimmick. It was bad.
they should bring it back just like with the full mayor gimmick.
Yeah.
And again, ugh, I'll no, 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 no. Let's not give them the idea because they'll do it.
They will.
In WWE, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But anyway, what were we on about?
Do we think it'll work out in the end? Like, will it be
Well,
better
it'll
for the
have
company?
to. I mean,
Yeah.
I think, like right now, with like, I bet indie stars are seen as an insult. Just like, okay, you don't really want us. So I think this will have to work, and they'll have to develop another system if it doesn't. Because if that was me and I saw that, and they were just like, oh yeah, we're not doing it anymore. We don't really need it. I would, I'd be pretty insulted. I wouldn't want to work with WWE then. So
Yeah.
it's gonna have to work at this stage. Like,
Yeah, I suppose. I think it's good that they're shining a light on like talents that nobody really knows yet. Like even on the indies, like I'm pretty sure most of the people they're bringing through have like only ever wrestled for WWE in the developmental. So it's good that it's going to bring light to a whole new generation of wrestlers. However, WWE are also at the same time still marketing it as a third brand, despite the fact that it isn't really anymore.
yeah,
I think because they've still got a bit of holdover from the last sort of era. Like you've still got guys like Pete Dunne, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly. Like even you've got Mandy Rose is in NXT now. Like it's a bit weird. It very much at the minute is a transitional period between the two, and I think give it 6 months, it will start to feel like its own. But
yeah,
I think it will work out in the end, but it's gonna be quite a long and bumpy road to get. I mean,
yeah. As long as they have the right people like managing it,
yeah,
it will work. And I think they
yeah.
do
Well, I
with
was
like
gonna say
Triple H and
I've heard. Well, no, apparently
William Regal.
Triple H has actually taken off of the head of booking for NXT.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
he's just been taken off. No reason. Apparently, Vince McMahon's taken a more hands-on approach.
Why
So,
Vince?
so you know what? Well, I don't know, mate. I suppose he's the one who'll be in charge of all the future talent later on. So I don't
There'll
know.
be a huge lack of small flippy guys now. There'll just be big sweaty
Greasy
uh
man.
yeah just 10 Rybacks in a ring.
Yeah. Well, have you seen the son of Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner's brother, has debuted for NXT? But they didn't
Have
call him. They didn't call him a Steiner though.
I didn't see that, no, but that's.
Yeah. I think his name is like Bron Breaker or something. And like
Oh my
he looks
god.
this, he looks the spitting image of the Steiners, and they just went, the Steiners, who are they?
Wait, Braun Breaker or Braun?
Bron, Bron.
I was gonna say if it's Braun, that was a very stereotypical name. Like,
Yeah,
he's got Braun. He's a breaker. So it's like a fucking name of like a Jason Statham film. Like that. That's
yeah, yeah.
oh fucking hell! What a shitty name,
It's pretty cool.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, it's not great. Um, but yeah, I don't really think there's a lot else to talk about here. I think it's still very early days.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. But I mean,
I
it
mean,
gets me more excited to see how it goes. I mean,
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like guaranteed it's not challenging AEW anymore. Like, I believe at Raw and SmackDown at this point.
it might leave WWE open for AEW to move to one of their
Yeah,
Monday Monday nights
yeah,
or Friday nights. I
I
think
could see
Friday
that
nights will work
happening.
for AEW.
Yeah, they could, they could.
They got the big stars for it now. Everyone's off on a Friday.
Yeah, but who wouldn't want to watch CM Punk and Daniel Bryan on a Friday night instead of going
Well,
out?
Daniel Bryan worked for SmackDown anyway,
Yeah, that's
so
true. That's true.
they
But
need to
yeah.
get the Miz in now.
Oh my God, what's Mike? What's they just call him by his actual name? They're like, what's Mike Mizanin doing in the AEW zone? What's it called?
Uh,
What's he doing in? What's he doing in the Dynamite area? I don't know.
the AEW zone.
The AEW zone. Well, TNA had the Impact Zone. Um, WWE have the WWE Universe. What what does AEW have? The AEW area, I suppose.
Fucking fat geeks. That's what they have.
Whee!
Hey.
Mugged him off proper there, lad.
Epically roasted.
Absolutely pwned. PWNED. Those suckers.
There's no coming back from that one.
Nah, none. But
No
yeah,
coming
so
back whatsoever.
we'll move on from that to our second topic. Jackie Chan. Just Jackie Chan in general. This has come around because the other day, actually, I was watching Rush Hour because it's on Netflix, and it's really good. If you haven't seen it, goes to both you and the viewers at large. If you've never seen Rush Hour, I implore you to go out and watch it on Netflix. Maybe not the second one, but I haven't seen the second one. I only watched the first.
Can I just start off this topic by saying I don't think I've ever like seen a Jackie Chan film. Maybe when I was a kid I would have saw like did he do like Spy Kids or something or
Mm,
like
I think.
Spy Next Door or something like that. I don't remember what it's called.
Hang on.
I remember seeing a film with him when I was a kid, but
Jackie
apart from that,
Chan
I don't fucking have a
films.
clue.
See if Jackie Chan's got any good films. Well, I mean, I know he's got good films, but an entire Wikipedia article literally just for Jackie Chan films. Great.
I
He
don't
was
I don't watch a lot of films like period, let alone
yeah, yeah. It's
Jackie
it's
Chan films.
strange. Jackie Chan actually was he was a stunt double for Bruce Lee in a couple of the Bruce Lee films, like Fist of Fury, Enter the Dragon, New Fist of Fury. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Then obviously he was in that film that I just spoke about. What's it
I've
called?
heard of Rush Hour before.
Rush Hour. Yeah, Rush Hour
Never
films are
seen it.
good. Oh, they're good. They're good. He was in the remake of the Karate Kid.
Oh yeah, I remember that one
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Jaden Smith.
yeah. You know what? I think that's actually a decent film.
Fuck off.
No, honestly, it's not bad. Like,
Well, it's a
I,
decent film, but it's not as good
it's
as like the
fine.
original.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying like it's like a fucking masterpiece or anything compared to the first one's really good and stuff. But like, I think as modern remakes go, there are much worse.
Oh, yeah, truly. Uh,
Yeah, I'm just looking through it, see if there's anything you might reckon. Not from the 70s, the 90s. Not really, other than Rush Hour.
yeah, I'm not.
He was. I was gonna say he was in Mulan, but only in the Chinese version.
Oh, well,
Oh, well, yeah.
fuck.
It was the original Mulan as well. He voiced Captain Li Shang.
Mm.
There you go. He was Monkey in the Chinese version
Oh yeah,
of
of
Kung Fu
course he
Panda.
was.
Well,
Oh
not just
my
Chinese version.
god.
Yeah, he was Monkey in Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, I
Yeah.
completely forgot. No, no, no.
What
Oh,
else was he in?
I heard that the other day as well. Like, I
Enter the
saw that.
Phoenix. I've heard of Enter the Phoenix. Don't think I've ever
I think
seen
I've
it.
heard of it. Yeah. No, no.
The Spy Next Door.
That's the
Never
one.
heard of
That's
that.
what I
Spy
saw
Next
when I was a
Door. Yeah,
kid.
he plays Bob Hope in that.
That's such a
Yeah, yeah.
such a
He's
stereotypical name.
just yeah. He played. Wait, he played fucking Sensei Wu in a Lego Ninjago short. And
Fuck off.
he played Sensei Wu in the Lego Ninjago movie as well.
I've not seen the film,
It's alright.
but
I thought it was whatever. Um, yeah, there you go. He's. I thought he was in bigger films than he actually is, to be fair. But I suppose like obviously so much of his career was spent in China and like
yeah.
Hong Kong action films and stuff. So like as an action movie star, he's absolutely fucking massive. Like, I like that genre quite a lot. Like, I used to watch, like, Bruce Lee films when I was young, which I probably shouldn't have been doing. But I used to watch Bruce Lee films all the time. I've watched a couple of, like, Jackie Chan's, like, quite early kind of kung fu movies. Like, Drunken Master is the one that always sticks in my head. And that came out in 1978, and it's probably still got better choreography than, like, 90% of action movies these days. It's ridiculous. Like, bro, kung fu movies. I don't know what it is, but they just get me fucking going, bro. As soon as a kung fu movie comes on, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I love a bit of kung fu.
We talked about that the other day with
With Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi.
yeah,
How you
yeah,
love
yeah. I love my kung fu movies, and
you love your kung fu.
Jackie Chan is an icon of the scene. Um, he only really started working in like English-speaking films very late in his career, which
Yeah, well, he's always like old in English
yeah,
films.
yeah. Well, I think like he was in like his like mid 40s when Rush Hour came out,
Mm.
and like he was still busting out all sorts of fucking karate in that. I think like I think he did pretty much all of his stunts in that film as well. Like I think there's like one stunt that he didn't do, and it's just because they couldn't get like the insurance for him to do it or some bollocks like that. But like he's a pro, bro. Honestly, what a bloke. Um, in terms of like as an actual actor, it's sort of hard to sort of scale them, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
kung fu movies don't really require like your Daniel Day Lewis kind of acting, do they? Like you don't go into a kung fu movie expecting like fuck it. Oh, what's his name? Like the Truman Show, do you? You don't go into an action film expecting like that kind of a performance from Jim Carrey, like out of Bruce Lee, whose entire role is just beating up a load of fucking goobers in the middle of like a shopping mall or something. The prerequisite for being a like good actor isn't as heavy. You just need charisma, which Bruce Lee has in abundance.
Yeah.
So
You
yeah,
just
a
need to be able to
person.
like push over a bunch of guys by like throwing one
Yeah,
guy across the room.
do like a crane kick through a sheet of glass or something, bro. It's sick. It's sick. But yeah, I to be honest, I actually thought you'd probably know a bit more about Jackie Chan because I thought this segment would have gone on a bit longer, but it's not really a lot else to say. Like
Oh,
Jackie
oh,
Chan,
I don't watch films. Like,
yeah, I
unless he's in a
suppose.
Marvel film somewhere. But fucking,
I'm surprised he isn't. To be fair, like I'm surprised they didn't get him in Shang Chi.
it'll probably be like in a like role as in like Vin Diesel has like something like Groot, where it's like
Yeah, yeah. I
or
was
like
gonna say
Bradley Cooper's Rocket.
I can't think who he would actually play.
He won't be there physically if he was in a
Yeah,
role.
well, he might be just some old person that hasn't been introduced yet. I don't know
Yeah.
who he would play, but I don't know. Maybe
What are some other Asian superheroes?
maybe he could
Silk.
play
It'll be someone in Silk.
maybe he could play one of the Celestials or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Uh,
Celestials don't really say anything. They're just sort of just like oh
we'll have him as Adam Warlock. That'll be great.
yeah. There you go.
Oh, I want it
Get
now.
like 60-year-old Jackie Chan in fucking
It's the
full
Adam
gold
Warlock.
makeup as Adam Warlock. Oy. Yeah, so Jackie Chan, it's good, isn't he? Let's move on to our
Yeah.
third topic. Going at breakneck pace today. Uh, Papa John's. And the way I've listed it, I've just said better or worse. I think I meant to write better or worse than other pizza brands.
I
Like,
probably should have said this like or some of these
yeah,
things
you don't,
before
let me
the
guess, you don't
podcast.
have Papa John's, do you? Or you've never had a
I've
Papa
I've never had a
John's?
Papa John's.
Well, we could do like Domino's instead. I don't know.
We'll just compare pizza brands again,
Yeah.
shall we?
Well, I'm just going to disappear for a minute, so you'll just have to take the floor.
Okay.
I'm sure you've got enough you can say about pizza.
Right. So so a pizza is made with dough, tomato sauce, cheese, and a various range of toppings. People do these pizzas differently, and we're going to talk about that. So let's start with what makes a pizza good. Cheese. Now, people have vegan cheese, and that's wrong. We here at the WAP podcast dislike vegan cheese. I'm speaking for Jack here, but oh my God, I wish he would just come back. Honestly, I miss him so much. I'm rambling about pizza right now. Where has he gone? I, I, this is gonna be great back when he watches this back. Um, we're just gonna talk about random things. As he's not here, I'm going to talk about things that we usually don't get to talk about. I like Ricochet. I think he's a really good wrestler. I can't say it because Jack would kill me. Um, yeah, I think he's a really good wrestler. I like when he does all the flips. I think he's brilliant. And yeah, I just really think he's amazing. What's another thing we could talk about? Uh, let's think. I I don't I don't think that the other Spider-Man will be in No Way Home. Um, That's another thing.
What are you going on
Uh,
about?
and that's why pizza is so good.
I heard you
Sorry,
talking
I was
about
just
Spider-Man, man.
no, no. I was talking about pizza the whole time.
Alright. Sure, mate.
Don't just skip past this bit when you watch it back. I will say, I will say for the viewers at home, the first thing was a joke. Uh,
Well, I don't know
I
what that
piqued
first
your
thing
interest
was,
now.
so I suppose I'll just have to wait to watch it back. Uh,
You'll love it, trust me.
okay. But yeah, back to pizza. I'll tell you what, actually, in the time I've been here at university, because obviously, as the listeners will know, last time I recorded, I'd just been here for a day. It's now been a full week that I've been here, because we are recording this on a Thursday, not Friday. Been here for a full week, and genuinely, I've still not had a takeaway. Oh no, that's wrong. I had a takeaway last night actually.
Oh,
I went to
let us down.
well, I've
I've
had
not had a
one
takeaway
take.
this week,
To
and
be
I'm fat.
fair, to be fair, it was actually very very nice. If you're ever in
That
if any
justifies it.
like if any of the listeners or you are ever in Manchester, I think it was called like Mc McTucky's. Yeah, McTucky's. Go McTucky's. Get like the chicken strips meal. Fucking bonza, mate. It's like £4, and the chips were banging. The chicken was good. Great stuff, mate. Helped me sober up actually.
Yeah, Jack's been on the lash
I have.
every day.
Yeah, if you can't tell from my voice is a little bit gone this week. I've got what they call the freshest flu. So
Disgusting behaviour.
yeah.
Such a weak bitch.
Fuck off, mate. Mate, you'd be out after one day, bro.
I don't even drink, so I would.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
I
Apparently, to cure freshest flu, I need to eat garlic. Right?
don't do that.
I don't want to do that.
Well, you seen that thing like when you have a cold and you have loads of snot, you have to put garlic up your nose.
I'm not putting fucking garlic up my nose. If I get a cold,
Have you not seen
I'm
the
not gonna
videos?
put garlic up my nose,
Oh,
bro.
they bring it up. The snot just like falls out. It's incredible.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'll send you a video of me doing it next time I have a cold.
But, to be honest, I don't really want to see it.
Oh, you do. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
Trust me. Trust me.
grogginess
Where
is
were
one of
we?
the symptoms. Yeah, pizza. Pizza, yeah, pizza. Oh, excuse me. Um, yeah, for me, the best like takeout pizza probably is Domino, but
Well,
also,
no, that's extremely expensive though.
yeah, it's also obscenely expensive. So it's like, I would hope it's the fucking best for the amount of shit I'm having to pay for it. But
I think that
comparatively,
only the pizza's good at Domino's though. Like everything else is just kind of mid.
the wedges are decent at those. I think.
I can make better wedges than Domino's.
To be fair, hard to make wedges. Like it's probably because the Domino's wedges are so expensive. If you compare them to, I don't know, like oven cooked wedges, yeah, they're fine.
No, they're awful. They suck.
What? What about the cookies? Don't like the cookies either.
Never had Domino's cookies.
Oh, bro, Domino's is good stuff. Expensive as well, though.
I,
But
if I normally had to get something on the side, I'd probably just get like garlic bread or
Garlic bread.
all wedges, but it would also always be garlic bread probably. It's the
Yeah.
best.
To be fair, Domino's garlic bread is buzzing.
Oh, it. Oh, I've got it on my mind now.
Yeah.
Wake up in
Tell
the
you what, I
morning,
haven't.
I got garlic bread.
Since I've been here. I've been to the centre of Manchester a couple times now. I still haven't seen a Domino's. I'm really surprised by that. Like I've seen KFC, Mackey. I've even seen Burger King, but still no Domino's.
Back to
I've even
go to Burger King.
there's even Subways. Like there's a Subway literally just down my road.
Well, our Subways are better for like in person takeaways, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. I
You
just don't
can't
like.
like order a Subway like over the phone.
Wait, you
It's not
could.
right. Well, you have to be specific on what you want. For me, like my Subway order is like I don't order anything from the menu. I just like fully customize it because I'm a picky eater. So for me, I couldn't order it online.
See, I just get a meatball marinara and I'm done.
Oh, they smell like shit.
Yeah, it tastes nice though.
I couldn't eat it just on the smell alone. Like whenever my friends would get that at college, I would just have to walk away from 'em. I'd be like, oh, fuck off, smelly bitch. I don't
No.
like the smell of them. They're awful.
I think meatball marinara is alright. The smell is a bit pongy, but other than that, fine.
It's just always because you associate like taste with smell.
I suppose.
It and also smell is like part of the reason why you taste. So if I smell something, it smells awful, I'm not gonna eat it. I just can't.
Mm, fair enough.
Which I guess is weird, but fuck it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I very rarely have a not Domino's. I rarely have a Subway, just 'cause like can't be
They're
bothered.
expensive for what they are as well. It's like they're
They
not
are.
big sandwiches.
Yeah. I always think of them as being way bigger than they actually are. But
It-
obviously,
It's
like,
it's because you associate like 12 inches with being like big, but in reality,
well, sandwich what's quite
oh yeah,
minuscule.
sandwich wise. But of other
Yeah, length of your legs.
yeah, wow.
Yeah. To be fair, if you've got 12-inch legs, you're like, God, you'd be like fucking, like 2 foot tall.
Wouldn't even be 2 foot. Well, I guess you would be with like your torso height and all, but still.
Yeah, if your torso's the same kind of height, you'd be just over 2 foot 'cause your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, you'll only be 1 foot. Oh, no, you would be.
Yeah, 'cause it's called a foot long for a reason, lad. Because a foot
Well, yeah,
long.
I know. I was just fucking
Yeah.
like legs are the only height I could think of.
No, you got height in your torso as well, obviously.
Yeah, well, shut up.
Yeah.
I know. Right. Where are we? This is gonna be a
Just
fucking 30-minute long episode. Oh my god.
yeah, we're only half an hour in. I
When I
think,
read your subjects this morning, I was just like, what the fuck?
to be honest, I was writing them literally having just woken up, got a hangover, and I'm just struggling to think of him. But like at the same time, I'm like, give me a couple hours, I'll be fine. And I'm fine-ish now. So,
Fair enough.
but yeah, this next one is spooky as hell. I'll be honest. I was really struggling. I looked over my wallet and I thought, have I got anything in my wallet? that I could use for a thing. I was thinking maybe, what do we think about debit cards? But that's somehow even worse than this next one.
What the fuck?
So this next topic is sort of like a hypothetical scenario, right? So you know how a lot of people who they don't drink, they don't smoke, they you know
Myself being
they
one of
don't
them.
they don't plan to get a car, they don't have ID.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, I was thinking, what if everything were no ID? So you go to the shop and you buy a bottle. You go to the gym, show them your ID. You go for a haircut, show them ID. Park it, just parking your car up, going to the till machine. Got to show your ID to the machine. Do you think people would be less inclined to do some of the stuff they do because it just becomes a pain in the ass?
I mean, in terms of like, I guess like fraud, like
Well, I mean more like it's a pain in the ass having to show people your ID in the first place. If you have to do it for everything, do you think less people would be doing more, or like people would be doing less rather, because they don't want to have to fiddle around with the fucking IDs for
actually,
like a while?
I was one of the people who, when COVID first came around, like, well, now as soon as like shops reopened, everybody flocked to the shops, and I didn't see a need in it because I was used to getting things online.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah. Even ordering online in this scenario, you've got to send them photographic evidence of your identification.
yeah, but there'll probably be an app for like, well, there is like apps for like online IDs. So
Yeah.
I had to use one for my trust fund, but I couldn't. But that's another story. Uh,
Mm.
so, but yeah, I feel like if people have already gotten used to online in this COVID scenario, uh, I don't think they would go to shops to be like, oh, I could just do it online, and they got this app, and it's easier than going out to the shops, even if I could like just walk around and shit. Because that's why everyone wants to go out. Let's face it. Like they don't want to go to the shops to buy anything. But
Well, I mean, like I go to the shops to buy things.
no, I mean in the sense like when COVID, like when all the rules went out in the first place, everyone went out to the shops to look around. They didn't go to buy things
I suppose. I suppose.
because if they needed something, they would have got it online.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were just like, let's go for a day out in the shops, and I hated people like that, and I still do.
Yeah.
Um, because at that point you're just putting yourself in danger, and it's like, what's the fucking point? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well.
But I agree with this scenario because that probably would have happened less if you had to show your ID in every shop.
Yeah. Well, like I think of it more as you've also got to factor in personal privacy as well, because I know there's people who they don't like having to show ID anyway, but more for their own privacy kind of thing. Because like if you're having to show anybody and everybody your ID, like your personal privacy just goes out the window because everyone can easily see where you are and where you've just been and like identify you super easily. Like all that kind of stuff.
But I
So
feel
it's
like it,
like
it should be a point of where everybody should know at least the basics of some, like not maybe like address, but like date of birth is important, and uh oh let's think shit like What even is on an ID? I don't even know. Like,
It's pretty much it's just got your name, your address, date of
oh, is your
birth.
address on it? Yeah, that's probably not the best, but
Yeah.
like, so let's take the address out of it because that's not really needed on an ID. We'll s-
Well, you say that like if you lose your ID, then they know where to send it to if else finds it.
I guess so.
I doubt they would, but they could.
So let's say there's like a center where if you find an ID, you take it there. Why not? The ID center, or like a police station.
Okay.
It's like you lose your ID, you go to a police station. Oh yeah, someone handed it in last week. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Um, then you don't need the
Then the
address on it.
police. I was gonna say, well, the thing is, like, the police. How would they know that it's been returned to the police though? Because the police would have to contact them in some way to let them know. And the way that they get that is off of their ID, unless like they've already got like a police
No, it
database of everybody on the UK or
doesn't need
something.
to be. It doesn't need to be contact. You just go like
Yeah, but
day
like,
or two later. Has anyone handed in my ID? I'll check the box. No, it's not in here. Oh, no one's handed it in. Then I'm afraid. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, but like, how would they know to check that specific police station? Because somebody could have taken it to another police station. Like,
Well, you'll check around. Any
yeah,
person with common
yeah.
sense would.
I mean, to be fair, if I lost my ID, I'll be honest, I'd probably just get a new one.
Oh yeah, that's a pain.
Yeah, like you gotta wait like a couple.
Well, I guess so is going to fucking every police station, but still,
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say going to literally every police station in like a fucking 20-mile radius, being like, has anyone handed an ID in? No. Where's the other police station? Where's the closest one to this?
I
Yeah,
guess there could be like other things that could do it, or maybe have a
shit,
thing on the car saying
fucking it.
like workplace.
Well,
Give
the
it to the
thing is,
workplace.
well, the
Oh,
thing
then
is,
they know where you work.
when I got my ID, I didn't work at. Well, I mean, currently I'm unemployed. I've just started uni, but when I got my ID, I worked at KFC. No, I didn't. I didn't even work at KFC. I turned 17 during the first lockdown where I'd actually. So actually, to be fair, probably could do that. But like, if it says unemployed, then well, where would you send
I,
it?
I I just said
You'd
that
send it
like
to the
as a
address.
hypothetical. I mean,
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get you.
yeah,
But
it could be like anything. Like, so you could have it where you choose where it's like return address or something.
yeah. So you just like instead of putting your actual address, for example, you put like a PO box or I,
Or like have it where it's like you give it to like Royal Mail and say, yeah, this is the person, and then they'll have it on file, like where your address is, like at Royal
do
Mail.
they? The thing is, I don't think they actually do.
No, Royal Mail that have like a, but in this
Oh,
universe,
in
it would.
this scenario where you have to show your ID for literally everything. Well, hang on.
Yeah.
In this scenario, wouldn't you have to show them your ID to prove that it's your ID though? Because you could just be any old Johnny going up and saying, "Can I have my ID?" You've got to show an alternate form of identification at the point, wouldn't you, to prove that it's you and that it is in fact your ID? 'Cause it
Uh,
just you can look
fingerprints,
at it, just
fingerprint
the
scan.
ID. Yeah, but how would you be able to line it up unless you
Well,
already
you know how
assume
you have to like sign your
everyone
card.
to do it?
You know how you have
Yeah.
to like sign your
So
card.
so just like
Have a bit where you put your fingerprint down. You do like the black ink thing, like, and
okay,
then like
yeah, and then just whack that on, and if they line like pretty much bang on, then just give them the ID back.
yeah.
Yeah, alright. Fair enough.
See, there's logic to my waffle.
Yeah, some.
Some would argue none at all, but they're just cunts.
Mm. But yeah, this. To be honest, I thought the way this was gonna go, I thought it was gonna turn into like Orwellian society, like being watched by Big Brother. All the time.
Oh, I mean, there's just a few people who are just like, oh,
Yeah.
like
Trying to
my
check my
ID.
ID? Who do you think you are? You fucking think you're Boris Johnson, mate?
But there are always people like that. They're just
Yeah.
cunts.
Yeah. Like ultimately, like it. For example, you're going into a club. Uh, you show a bouncer your ID. The bouncer's probably gonna forget that showed it to him in about two
Yeah, these
minutes.
people check like 50 IDs a day. They're gonna forget.
Yeah. I will say though, in my escapades in Manchester and so on and so forth, I've not been ID'd once, except when I bought alcohol in Tesco's.
Oh, Tesco are always on it.
Well, to be fair, they have to. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, since trying to get into clubs, they've never ID'd me. I remember like I got my ID out both times to show it to them, and they're like, "No, just go in." In my head, I'm like, do I take that as a compliment or do
Oh,
I just look really
they're
old?
calling you old. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was with a couple people who were a couple years older than me. Uh, they're in like second, third year. Some of them are doing like masters, so they're like 22, 23. Pretty much all of them ID'd, and I'm like 18 and a half. I'm not getting ID'd, and I'm just thinking, well, why are they getting ID'd when they're like fucking 5 years older than me? Like some of them were born in the 90s, and
You're
I'm
just like
here.
crying to the bouncer.
Yeah, I'm just
Why
like,
are they getting ID?
just please check my ID, bro. Just please.
It's a
I
rite of
need to
passage.
know. Yeah, it was shambolic. Maybe I just look old. I think that's what it is. I just look old. Because
Oh,
I think
I
I
mean,
might
you
have
don't
said it
really
on the
look
pod.
old.
I might have said it on the podcast before. When I started my first job at Alton Towers when I was 16, pretty
Oh,
much.
sorry.
Yeah, just wait for that. Yeah, because little word of advice for the listeners at home. You might hear like a lot of like movement in the background of my recording because literally next door to my flat block is a police station.
Oh,
So you'll
really?
probably be, yeah, genuinely.
They're ready
It's,
to catch you.
yeah, well,
If you
not
try
me.
anything. Yeah, not you,
No,
but
catching me, obviously. To be
humans.
fair, we have actually had the police come round already, but for multiple reasons, including the fact that I don't know the full story. I'm not going to go into it. But you know, whatever. What was I saying?
You're being intrigued now.
I was saying something
Cliffhanger.
before this. Just the siren just completely derailed me. Yeah, I was saying when I started at Alton Towers, I was 16, and I would say I look like I've definitely aged since then, whether that's for the better or for the worse. But when I was there, probably about half of the people I worked with didn't believe me when I said I was 16. They all thought I was like 18, 19. Some of them thought I was in like my second year of uni or something. And I'm there like, no, I've just finished high school.
Please, God.
It was honestly, it was so weird for me because like I didn't know to take it as a compliment or whether it meant like I just looked like I'd been through a rough couple of years that made me look like I'd aged 5 years. Which, to be fair, that's probably what it is. Because if you if it weren't already quite obvious, I've been going out a lot, and I haven't been getting a huge sleep. So I've got, I look like I haven't got a huge amount of sleep. So I do
Or do you reckon it would have
I do
been
look a
just like?
little worse for wear.
Do you reckon it was just a bouncer? Like it was like the end of a shift. He was just like, fucking go in. I don't care.
To be honest, that's probably what it was. I think it wasn't too long till they were closed, and I think the guy was just a bit like tired. And
To be
like
fair, I
pretty
would
much the
have thought
entire group I was with had already shown their IDs, and he got to like the last like, and he's just like, "I'll just go in," because
that.
he
Yeah,
checked he checked like 8 IDs, so he's just like, "Oh fuck it, 2 of them." Like I was taller than everybody else there, so they're like, "Well, he's not younger than him." And there was a girl I was with who obviously wasn't taller than them all, but they were just like, "Oh, just let her in as well." It was strange
So,
because
pro tips to all you young guns out there: just
get
go to the back of the line.
go to the line, uh, get tall, be
Hmm.
sleep. Like
Uh,
no, I mean do sleep obviously, but
no,
maybe
don't sleep. It's funny.
yeah, there you go. Don't sleep. Pro tips: don't sleep and make it look like you've come out of a rough patch or something. They'll let you in the nightclub, easy peasy. Both
It's
times I've
just
tried
that
to get
simple.
into both times I tried to get into a nightclub in Manchester, they haven't wanted to ID me. It was so strange because the first time, obviously that was the second time I just told you. The first time, I went in with my roommate, and my roommate has a beard, and
Oh,
I think he's 19, or I might be 18. Uh, they asked him for ID, and still not me. He's got a fucking beard, and they're
okay.
like,
I
"Oh
don't know
no,
what I don't know what it is then.
yeah." I think genuinely it must just be because I'm tall and I look rough sometimes. Like I say rough. I don't look like a chav. I just look like around the block a bit. You know what I mean?
Do you reckon he was just like, oh, he's going to give me a bit of hassle if I ID him? He's going to be a mega Karen.
Maybe. Well, like I can't even remember. I wasn't wearing it that look like a Karen. I think I was wearing like a long sleeve Tommy Hilfiger top jeans. Like I didn't go looking like a Karen. To be honest, I went looking like The Rock. Like in you know that picture. All I was missing was a bum bag, and I'd be like spit an image of him. But
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
yeah. Yeah, IDs they're funny things because you'll go into a shop and you'll get ID'd until you're like fucking 25 or something. As soon as you try and get into a club, they'll be like, "Oh no, just come in." So strange. But yeah,
I've loved this segment.
yeah, just learning about my escapades in Salford.
Yeah, well, the TV show is already being written. The Adventures of
Yeah,
Jack,
by
and
me, and I'm going to be the producer because I'm doing a
Mhm.
course in TV and radio production.
Can I be like the can I be like the Joey? Can I be like the funny sidekick or the Barney?
You just come in, you just go.
Like the mega shagger. I don't know. I don't...
You can be George Constanza.
Oh yes.
It fit the bill already, mate. All you have to do is just shave your head a bit, and you're there. Put some glasses on, you're there.
I'll be rewritten in season 3 as a gay character,
Yeah, just write you back in.
or
Just
like a racist. It's one of
yeah,
the two.
it's just like character is exactly the same, but every once in a while you just end a sentence by going like, "And I'm gay."
I'm not gay. Okay, no.
Yeah. So yeah,
As my from my perspective as a gay man, and a whole
yeah.
audience be like, what?
Whoa, this man is gay? No.
I like this character now,
Yeah, I can relate
even though
because I too am a
he is
homosexual.
racist.
Yeah, yeah. Just because
The first season racist,
I'm gay.
second season gay. That's every
This
sidekick character.
first season first season he's a racist. Second season gay racist, and third season he's a homophobe and a racist.
Fourth season Trump supporter.
season, he's just like he didn't care. He's just like do whatever you want. In the 5th season, he hates everyone.
And then 6th season, he has a
6th
kid
season,
and
he
a wife
dies. 6th
randomly.
season, he dies.
The 7th season, he dies, and then like in the final season, he comes back as a ghost.
Yeah, he comes as a ghost just to berate like gay people.
The main character is just like he starts turning racist, and he's just like, "Hey,
Yeah, don't go down my
I'm
path.
dead now. I was racist, and now I'm dead. So don't be like me."
You ever think about that? Adolf Hitler, he's dead, and he was a racist.
There must be like a TV show like that, surely.
I'm sure there probably is. It's like they learned the lesson. Maybe I won't be
And then they
racist.
die.
Thank you, ghost of racists past.
Yeah, just fucking like, just like loads of fucking racist celebrities
Yeah,
come back and they're just
it's
like,
it's the Christmas Carol. It's like they have the ghost of racist past, like of Hitler, the ghost of racist president. They have who would be present? Nigel Farage, and then ghost of racist's future, Millie Bobby Brown.
oh no, I'll be present.
She's got time to develop. She's got time
I
to develop.
can't say that. No, she's the
She was,
fucking president of like
she was
homophobic.
mega racist.
Fuck it, that is. Oh, I'm sorry, Millie, if you're listening.
Yeah. Lovely girl,
Big fan of
really.
your show. Not big fan of you, but big
Yeah.
fan of your show.
I'm not a big fan of films.
Oh god, fuck hell. I do think she's a cunt though.
No.
Like in all seriousness, Millie Bobby Brown is very rude. Like if you watch like interviews with her and like her castmates, she just talks over everyone. I don't like seeing that from actors personally, but each their own. Um,
Well, which
no,
she gets. I'm sure she probably still gets side that she's like a fucking famous celebrity movie star.
I mean Drake does an idea. Joke about
Because
a relationship, weird
he's a
relationship with Drake.
pedo. It's so obvious he's a pedo.
I mean, we've seen it in the past with
I was actually talking to people outside that went to a bar for prees, and I think how was that? We got on the topic of like Jackson. Eventually moved on to, and we were like, Michael Jackson. It's sort of like you can maybe think of an excuse for why he's such a weirdo. Like, because obviously Michael Jackson was famous was so young, and you can hear the siren in the background.
yeah. What's going on today? How many crimes are being committed?
For this crime a minute. Yeah, it's like Michael Jackson. The theory is when a celebrity gets famous, mentally they sort of stay like I guess the peak of their powers. Like Miley Cyrus, for example, is a good one. She got famous when she was a teenager. Like she was doing all this silly shit. She's like in her mid-20s, looking shaving her head. She's doing like crack cocaine with a boyfriend or whatever. It's like Demi Lovato's another one as well. Demi Lovato got big as a teenager in Disney. She did for like a year. Like,
I mean, we've seen it now with like Bella Thorne. Like she's
Bella Thorne's probably the prime example right now. She's a fucking mentalist, and obviously she got through Disney when she was like 16, 17. So it's really sad. But the difference between like those guys like growing up and like being weirdos, like Michael Jackson again, like he got big when he was super young because of the Jackson 5, and I think like he never really had a normal childhood. which I guess is why he built like Neverland and stuff. I don't know.
I mean,
It's
like
all
we
some
heard
like
from like
fucking
Macaulay
psycho
Culkin
shit.
that he wasn't
Yeah,
actually like a weirdo to him at least. So
yeah.
that's
It's
all right.
like it's strange. Like you get like conflicting reports. I think I I, I don't really want to get into it because we've gone from talking about ID to talk about
Well, this isn't the
the
place
antics
to
of
get
Michael
into it,
Jackson.
I guess. Like
Yeah, but
we're
like
not here to say.
yeah, yeah. But we're not here to say whatever because obviously like in court nothing's been proven. So I don't want to say anything that could get us potentially sued for slander. But like the idea behind like why he was such a strange guy, which I think it's not really slander saying he's a strange guy. 'Cause he was. Michael Jackson he was a strange bloke. He did
Mm.
strange things, some of which are things I don't want to talk about for legal reasons. But with Drake, it's different because Drake got famous in like his mid 20s, so you'd think he'd act like he's in his mid 20s rather than trying to hook with year olds all the time. Like
Exactly.
it, I don't know, but it's a little weird. It's a little bit sus. Just
Okay,
like
so
our next segment. Da-da-da,
is
yes.
our next segment sucks?
It's the sussy segment, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, cut that bit out. Uh,
You forgot your own segment. Oh,
no, I didn't.
days.
Because we cut that bit out.
Mm.
No, no. But yeah. So the sauce, yeah, absolutely. I guess we'll start off the same way we always do with Joe hates. Everybody's favorite segment. Um, and every week it's different, just like this week. Well, I'm not going to do the same thing too. But yeah, fucking whatever. Uh, so, so this week on Joe hates, it's Joe hates TikToks that spoil things. And I've seen it a lot this week because the new episode, well, the new season, I should say, of Sex Education is out, and it's a show that I like. I'm not gonna lie, I like the show, but obviously my Netflix subscription are cancelled, so I've not been able to watch it. It's part of my own fault, but the thing is, it came out last week, and people are already spoiling it on TikTok. And I'm just wondering like why it's different for TikTok. And we see it with like Marvel films and all. They don't give it any filter. And with TikTok there's no way to choose to click on it. It
Yeah.
just comes up.
Yeah, you're
So
just scrolling through your thing, and like you just have to. You see like 2 seconds of it and be like, no.
of course there'll be like spoiler warning in the video or in the caption, but by the time you see it, it's already been like
Yeah,
a little bit of it at least has already been spoiled. And I just hate it. It pisses me off. Like I I don't understand why it's something that I don't because it just makes people angry. No one's looking at it as, oh, I really want to know what happens. Cheers, mate. Uh, I don't get it. It's bullshit, really. But it's not something that you can stop. There's no like, well, actually, there is a way to stop it now. And people have been doing this, which I appreciate. But there's a way to be like this has like sensitive this content is like sensitive. Do you want to click on it? And that's the way to do it. So why can't they just like adapt that? Like this TikTok, I mean, why can't they adapt that for like this has spoilers? You know, I don't get it. But each to their own. Just know if you spoil it, I'm gonna think you're a cunt. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much the entire segment. Do you have any
Yeah.
thoughts on TikTok spoilers?
Um, to be honest, I don't really pay much attention to those kind of things. Like, if I see something that might spoil it for me on TikTok, I just scroll past it. And like, if I catch like a second of it, I'll be like, whatever. I haven't seen the whole thing. Who cares?
I care.
No.
That's who.
So
That's who
you,
America.
you cares? Who cares?
I,
But
I don't know why I direct that to America, but yeah. Fuck you, America.
America, fuck you.
It's no America, fuck you. It's America, fuck you.
America, fuck you.
You eat too much. Yeah.
You got him there, lad.
They were
Absolutely roasted.
absolutely.
Americans
The,
ain't
the
coming
enti-
back.
the entire country is just like crumbled, like fucking like
Yeah,
Pompeii,
good.
which America think is based on 9/11.
Wow.
Well, a lot of Americans anyway.
Wow.
Anyways, let's move on
Yes, we are.
to our next topic. Star Wars Visions, first thoughts. Now, the first episode is out, and I expected myself to have watched it by now, but I haven't. So this is sort of going to be our first thoughts of what we think it's going to be, I guess.
It's
Um,
like it's I suppose it's like Star Wars anime, isn't it?
yeah, so every episode is going to be like a different story. I think it's non-canon.
It's
Um,
non-canon. Wait.
but that's usually where the best Star Wars stories come from.
Yeah, so there's no, sorry, 9 episodes done by Sony.
Yeah.
Oh, similarly used in this. So
Oh,
there's 9 episodes in different studios. I don't know
yeah.
which studios they are. Like, I only know about 3 studios off the top of my head anyway. So, Kamikaze Duga do the first episode. I don't know who that is. Ooh! They have actually got decent studios in for it, to be fair.
They do have some big studios.
Yeah, I was going to say they've got Studio Trigger, who did. Have you? Have you heard of Gurren Lagann?
Never
That's
heard of it.
not Gurren Lagann. Sorry. No, it's Kill la Kill. You ever heard of Kill la Kill? Darling in the Franks. Got got a wiki page. I'm sure they've got pretty
You're
much
just
Trigger.
saying words to me
Yeah,
right now. Like
Trigger.
I don't.
Trigger are a in Japan. They're incredibly well known, super high end animation. Yeah, so it was founded by a guy who directed Gurren Lagann. Like Trigger are like super duper high end, um, super high end animation studio. They make Kill la Kill, which is considered by a lot of fucking weebs to be one of the best animes ever made. I mean, I wouldn't really know because I haven't actually watched it, but I just know it's supposed to be good. Um, what else have they made? They made Promare, which came out quite recently, which I heard was good. Yeah, Star Wars Visions. They're actually working on a series for Cyberpunk as well. It's
Oh
going to be on
shit.
Netflix. Yeah, coming to Netflix in 2022.
I must say I do like the amount of like video game content we're getting at the minute. It's like we're getting like a
Yeah,
Cuphead
like shows and
show.
stuff. Oh my god, wait.
Uh,
Have you ever heard of? You might have, 'cause I think I might have talked about it before. Have you heard of Project Cross Zone for the Nintendo 3DS? You
no, I
haven't.
really haven't.
Right, okay. Project Cross Zone is a crossover game between Konami, Sega. No, sorry, it's not Konami. It's Bandai Namco, Sega, and Capcom, and it's like a turn-based strategy RPG, but you play as like fucking Jill Valentine from Resident Evil, and you can play as Kiryu and Majima from Yakuza in it, and it's the fucking weirdest shit ever. And I've got the second one on my 3DS. Like I got it for like £7 on the eShop years ago, and I don't know, it's just really cool. And yeah, they did the opening animation for it, so there you go. Developed by Monolith Soft. You know that are.
Oh, I know they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you
they
heard of
are, of
them.
course, Xenoblade.
Yeah, well, they made it. It's a tactical RPG game.
Ah,
I Well, the first one I know was released physically. The second one wasn't,
that's weird. So it's
which is
Sega, Bandai
a shame.
Namco, and Capcom. What a
Yes,
weird combination.
it is a bit, isn't it?
What do
Strange one. Like
Bandai
you've
Namco
got
bring to the fucking table? Pac-Man,
Tekken,
Big Dog.
Tekken.
Oh yeah, Tekken. But still,
Uh,
fucking.
yeah. Well, it's not like a huge. Well, they're the ones who produce it, so of course they're gonna have to
Oh,
put a
okay.
couple of bits in it, aren't they? I think they're also like there's a couple other like just like random people that are in there. But it's like guys, and I used to have like a load like pretty franchises in Japan. So I think they've just got bits and bobs from them. Like they've got characters from
Yeah,
Hack.
do I have like Gundam? Oh wait.
There's no London. They've got a lot of characters you've ever heard that, and like my Tales of Vesperia. There you go.
Oh yeah,
That's a,
I
that's
guess
a,
so.
yeah,
We
that's
could
a
also we could
Bandai
also
franchise.
uh,
They've got
we could
characters
also
from
come
that.
back to that later in our final topic. Uh,
Ooh,
yeah. Well, a lot of
dinky.
this we can talk about. Oh wait, this is our second to last topic. Oh my god, this
It is.
episode
Yeah, we've absolutely
goes so
flown through
quickly.
this today.
I feel like a lot of these topics have been pretty like one note though. I don't think there's been
They have a base. It's not been a strong episode today. Is that?
but I mean each their own.
Well, yeah, we didn't actually give any thoughts on those visions. I think
I'm
trailers.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch them later. To be honest, until you actually put the thing this morning, I didn't even know it was out. Like I
I I,
didn't realize
I
it was
well
coming
as
out.
we went
So
when I went to watch What If yesterday. By the way, the
it
new
just sort
episode
of
sucks.
popped up. I
Um,
it,
don't watch the new episode. It's ass. The ending's cool, but the rest of the episode is just it's just pretty much like Captain Marvel versus Thor.
great.
The entire episode. Like, no.
Wait, can't wait.
Who wants to see Captain Marvel versus Thor?
You want to see Captain Marvel?
I mean, I
Fired.
like Captain Marvel, but not really.
I don't like her as a character. I think she's boring, bland, overpowered. Myself that she gets. She's a twat for no
I
reason.
think that the way they're gonna go with her character is like she's just gonna be like a workaholic. She's just like saving the entire universe, but she doesn't
Yeah.
like.
Doesn't
It's
take
gonna be
time to
sort
actually
of like
interact with her.
it's gonna be like sort of like a Die Hard like fucking with a vengeance scenario. It's gonna be like, oh, if you're too busy catching me, you're gonna not be able to save the school. That's gonna
Yeah.
blow up. It's something. Oh, like something like Dark Knight shit. It's like Batman has to
Oh
fucking
yeah.
prioritize.
Yeah. He gives him a choice of Harvey or Rachel.
Yeah, obviously it won't be like Harvey or Rachel, but
Yeah.
who knows? But yeah, I think they could do some good stuff with Captain Marvel in the future. But back to Star Wars, I'm excited to watch it. I guess
Yeah, like
it's just
I
I think it will.
see happens. I think it will
I'm just
as
not
the
a big anime
kids.
guy.
I think it will as the kids with a pop off. But
No kids are saying that.
there's only really so 22 ago, isn't it? Like
Mm.
they're all individual stories. Like they'll probably be honest. Like they've the episodes would just be like slice of life kind of stuff for like the clones or like some random fucking general we meet at the clone or something.
I don't even think they're using like existing characters to be honest.
They
I know
are.
there's one where it's
They
like
use them to like Django in clones
oh okay,
franchise, but that's probably the voice clones because he voiced in the actual films anyway.
but I think it'd be cool seeing like the new characters they do create,
Well, maybe
and
I think
obviously
what's
they'll
gonna
have a lot
be
more freedom with that if it's gonna
yeah.
be
I think what we're gonna the Boba Fett involved. I think we're gonna get an episode showing us like what Fett was like before we really like build up for
we'll
him.
probably get to experience like a lot of the grief that Boba Fett had to go through, I guess, like with losing Django and shit. But let's face it, we're not going to see that. Um,
Yeah.
but would be cool too.
So like I don't think they'd do it again.
Yeah,
I think
but
it's gonna be Django stuff. Like I think we're gonna see Django killing somebody in like the same as when to Mrs. Like maybe do it on Naboo or the battle now going on or something. Maybe he has to kill Boss Nass.
I would like to see
Everyone calls him
that.
Boss Nass.
What are you doing here? I'm gonna fucking kill you, mate.
Yeah,
Well,
he's gonna be like, fuck off, mate. You big fucking floppy cunt. Because that is what it's like, you see.
I mean, perfect. I thought he's in.
Yeah.
I thought
Mate,
he's a guest star.
I am from New Zealand. Packing fucking All Blacks, mate. What else do they have in New Zealand? Oh, yeah, I love going to visit Fulham.
Anyway, I think that's enough about Star Wars visions.
Yes. Yeah. And we'll move on to
Uh,
our final segment, which is the final because
it's the final Smash character, which we might be getting today. But
yes,
wait, when are you releasing these episodes?
matter.
Fridays.
This will come out the day after
Yeah. So
time already. Um,
this is good because the viewers will watch this and I'll know who we were rooting for, and then we'll
yeah.
either be happy or
Well,
disappointed.
I've got a few
Okay.
unrealist. Only really like three that I think it could be.
Would you like
Don't.
to? Would you like to kick us
Well,
off?
I've got three basically quite there one, and I've got like two quite realistic ones.
Okay.
The outlandish one, uh, quite quite, it's just like you know, you have it matters if you're doing a game about the ends of the gaming franchise or history, Master Chief is like the biggest gaming mask icon ever in the last 20 years. So you can only go so far without. If Fortnite's got him, Smash should too.
That's coming back to last week when I was talking about my sister calling Master Chief the guy from Fortnite.
Yeah, calling Neymar the guy.
Oh, I forgot he was in Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother's got his skin. And he's got one
Oh,
Fortnite
God.
too. Ooh. That was a dark joke. Rubbish as well.
I didn't get it. Oh, do you mean like he just like ripped his skin off?
Yeah, he's just skinned him.
Yeah, that was poor.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie
it's
to you.
pretty bad.
Yeah, that was. Get out.
I'm well aware of the. I'm
This is a
aware of
comedy
the quality,
podcast.
Joe.
Get out. Out.
You want to talk to me about it being a
Get
comedy?
out. Hey,
Mate,
hey, hey.
I literally went to a comedy show. I don't want to talk.
Did you get on stage? Was it open
Oh
mic?
God, I understand. No, jeez, I wouldn't
It would
trust.
be like the video
I
where
wouldn't trust myself with a fucking. It's like SpongeBob. He used to just stand. He'll be like. It,
I'm here for the Jack stand up. You need to see it eventually.
does that make fruit juice? It's awful, awful stuff. Anyway, yeah. So my outlandish pick. It's probably even more outlandish. I actually like to see him even more than Master Chief. Unfortunately, he's never going to get in because it'd be very hard to work him in. I've gone with the Doom guy, or the Doom Slayer, or whatever you want to call him. Fucking Steve. I just want him. Like I've said it a few times on the podcast. Like about I've gone on for my love. 2016 Doom. But in the same kind of vein as Master Chief, Doom and like he's on Nintendo platforms because obviously Doom 64 and like Doom 2016 was ported to the Switch. They ported all
Doom
the old
Eternal's on
games.
Switch now.
Yeah, Doom Eternal's on Switch. Like there is a precedent set. You could put him on the console, well, on the game rather. So I think like, the reason I say he's less likely than Master Chief is because not from nearly as big of a franchise, and it's also I don't know whether better would be willing to work with Smash, and if they were, wouldn't they want to put like, one of their own like original IPs rather than id Software's IP? You know, wouldn't
I
they
mean,
rather
they've got
put
like,
like
don't they
the
have like a Skyrim skin in the fucking
yeah they've got
like
like
as
a
a Mii
Dovahkiin
costume?
they've got a Dovahkiin Mii stream. So yeah, well maybe then. There's a Pip-Boy skin. Oh, maybe
Yeah,
then, because I'm big. If I completely forgot about them. There you go.
but
If there is a
then
working
again,
relationship,
would
maybe
you
it's more
expect
realistic.
them to? Would you expect them Mii costumes to come with a Bethesda character instead of a?
Well, like I don't
Because
think.
that's what other companies do. So
Well,
you never
maybe.
know,
Well, you say
really.
that like there's a Sans skin, and like
Well, I mean, in terms of like
fucking.
companies that release a character and Mii costume, like Square
Oh
Enix
yeah,
with that their Gino and Chocobo and
yeah,
Tifa.
yeah. Oh well, maybe. Like I remember there were a lot of rumors that in the game's file evidence for there being, um, the big like spherical enemy. I can't remember his name for like a front side.
Oh, Kako
Kakadi
Kakadi.
was evidence for like the game suggested there was going to be a Cacodemon like hat that you could get for your Mii skins. But obviously it never came.
Yeah, it's
So
probably not true now, considering we got like a Mallow. Well, we haven't got a
yeah,
Mallow yet.
yeah.
But that
So
was one of like the most realistic leaks and all.
yeah. But I think because so like I think what they did was took the original coding and sort of expanded on it. Everyone was like, yo, I found involved, and then people actually well, we found some of it, but like it's not got any actual textures. So clearly you're a
And
fraud.
Nintendo are a lot safer with leaks now.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think they Smash 4 the, the kind of no you Lucas because they did a play on Smash 4 and when the update came through originally it showed the 10 I think version of the Smash or Lucas has joined the Smash like pop up things it would give you whether you unlock a character for like a day before point. Like, so just Nintendo definitely learned um just uh, all I'm saying is I don't guy because we get Doom Eternal Smash right, in 2016 music like bro just like like Omega on the Doom stage got fucking G did blasting volume. Ooh, bro, that's good shit right there. But yeah, my final, uh, by far this, uh, it's blindingly obvious to everyone. It's cool. Like, no, I've been Smash 4. Like when thing is right, you know how they did the Smash poll for Smash
Mm.
4, which Bayonetta won. Technically, Bayonetta didn't win, but Bayonetta in like top 3 or like top 4 or something. They couldn't put because I think it was like Goku genuinely won the vote, but Goku is from a TV show and show character. But at the same time, I think I remember seeing something an interview not long ago where like leaked Goku won, but obviously he didn't get in. It was leaked after the fact that apparently um, some of the high ups at Bandicoot who have the games rights to Dragon Ball were more than happy to give the rights because when Namco make the game,
Yeah.
so they were more than happy to give them game rights. But I think it's like the actual proper like animation, which I don't get because like,
I
it's
think it was
fucking
Sakurai's rules more
Dragon
than
Ball.
anything.
Fucking yeah, I think it's like even though pretty much like 60 or 70% on board, but then I think Sakurai's turned said no, not putting
Like,
this fun
it's my way or the
a
highway,
trap
bitches.
in my not putting this in my Fire Emblem simulator.
Truly, I know.
Honestly, I absolutely fucking love to go. Just fucking in the presentation, Goku get not Goku. Mario beaten down by like Bowser, and then his hair in the distance. Fucking blasts Bowser out the way. He says, "Hey, it's me, Pooh."
I guess for me now, I've got to do
I'd love that.
I've also got to do a realistic, non-realistic,
Yeah. So
even less realistic.
you do your like, completely non-realistic ones because I've still got two ones that I think have like a genuine outside chance of being the character.
Well,
But
I'll do three like you did
I'll let
because
you. Yeah.
I bet there's a lot of crossover between two because I bet there's one that you're thinking of which you haven't said yet, and that is Crash Bandicoot.
That is
Uh,
exactly it. Yeah.
yeah, it's everyone's first thought when they think of like Smash characters in terms of historical um, banger. In terms of historical characters, I think Crash Bandicoot's everyone's thought. Um, and yeah, of course they're definitely saving for last. So I think he's definitely one of the most likely ones. Who else? So let's go with like less likely than Crash, but still sort of realistic. I'm guessing like someone just like from a weird like another company.
Just some fucking
Maybe
like
something
random
for
RPG that nobody's played.
yeah. It'll be something like that. Maybe like a 3DS
Yeah,
RPG.
yeah, like a character from like fucking Ever Oasis or whatever that shit was called on the 3DS. I think
Exactly.
Sakurai actually helped develop that, so there's actually a genuine chance that that could happen.
Or it could be someone from like a Nintendo game like Waluigi
Doug.
or fucking
Dig
who
Dug.
knows?
Dig Dug.
Dig Dug. Is that
Dig Dug.
well, hey,
Bro, I love Dig Dug. Dig Dug's a bullet. Well,
like
I
Bandai
say it's
Namco,
literally sterile, so
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
they ain't Dig Dug.
Yeah, but yeah, Namco
So
own the rights to Dig Dug, so they actually could do Dig Dug. Imagine that. Oh,
what?
I forgot a completely unrealistic one that I'd love to have in. Completely forgot. Fucking
Well, yeah,
Kazuma Kiryu, mate. Kazuma Kiryu. It's gotta
yeah,
be. It's gotta be. Either in Smash or Tekken. I think Tekken's most likely. Because, like, I mean, obviously you've played Yakuza 0 at least a bit now. Like,
yeah.
I don't think his fighting. Obviously, he's got all these different fighting stances. I think that suits, like, a 3D sort of arena fighter more like
Well, no,
Tekken. I
they
think
could do something
that
like how
suits
they have
that
like
more.
Shulk. Like now how they have this different.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think there's so many moves that Kiryu uses, though, that I think, like, Tekken works better for him.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, for Smash, obviously, like, you can probably think of a couple, but it's like, when it comes to special moves, like, what does he do? Like, does he just throw things that he picks up off the floor? Like, I don't know. And, like, his smash attacks, like, what does he just do? Like, a heavy kick or something? You know. I think he suits like a proper technical fighting game more than like a part platformer kind of one. But
I guess so. It would be cool to see him like pick up like random objects.
yeah,
Uh,
it would be cool. But like
or
in terms
maybe
of
that's something like
realism,
Villager does. Like, yeah, he can like pocket items. That would be cool.
maybe yeah. But in terms of realism, I think he would suit Tekken, or even maybe Soul Calibur. I say Soul Calibur.
I
He doesn't really use any weapons. So like Majima uses weapons. Use him in Soul Calibur instead.
yeah, I think like Nintendo won't go for like anything related to the
Yeah,
Yakuza though.
I was gonna say, I think to be fair, like Nintendo have worked together. There are Yakuza games on Nintendo console, but it's like HD ports of Yakuza 1 and 2, the original versions, not even like the remade versions. It's just HD ports to the Wii U that were only on the
Yeah.
eShop. So it's like it's not really working with them. It's very much like a PlayStation nowadays, an Xbox thing. Tekken for them probably. But yeah, sorry, I just completely. I apologize.
No, I mean, I 100% agree with that. I mean, I think that's actually an incredible answer to the question of outlandish sort of, well, not really outlandish, but like weird sort of picks. But no, let's see, who would be the final one for me? Um, God, it could be anyone really. I would like to see,
Grr.
I would like to see sort of like a like not that necessarily like a secondary character from like Sonic or something, but someone like Shadow. I would like to see, or Eggman, or Tails, or Knuckles. I would like to see someone like that. Just like a weird character for an IP that has been in the has been in Smash for years. Uh, so you could have like I was gonna say another Final Fantasy character then, but like we got Sephiroth already. It could be anyone really, but yeah, I would like to see someone like the series we already have. Maybe like another fucking I don't know. I'm thinking of DLCs, but it could literally be maybe like another Bayonetta character. Rodin. Uh, that's a good one though. He's already a assist trophy as well.
Yeah.
I would not like to see another Pokemon, but that's probably what they're gonna do. Let's
Yeah.
face it.
Yeah. Obviously, for my more realistic pick, I said Crash Bandicoot because I feel like he. I said for my realistic one, Crash Bandicoot, which is like quite realistic. I feel like. Um, but for my second one, I actually had a Gen. I'm trying to remember Gen 8. I had a Gen 8 rep
Okay.
just because, like, I can just see it happening. You know.
Yeah. I mean, we got like that. What is it? Zarude? He's been everywhere recently, so maybe I'll do
Is
him.
it
I don't know.
Darude? Darude Sandstorm?
No. Oh, might be Darude. Something rude, isn't it?
I don't know.
But no, I mean, it'll be cool to. No, it wouldn't be cool to see another Pokemon. I'm waffling. I don't know, maybe someone who's in like Pokemon Unite. I feel like that would be pretty soon for Smash.
Hmm.
Considering they picked like Fighters Pass 2, like would have been like
Yeah.
probably a year and a half ago now they picked it. But
Yeah.
no, maybe like some indie reps would be like cool to see. Shovel Knight, people have been after him for a while. I feel like the Shovel Knight's popularity has died
Oh yeah.
quite a bit now.
Well, I think it's mostly because like they released the sequels to the game and then just took the peas and ran.
Among Us would be cool. No.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised seeing Among Us like fucking skin.
Oh no. No, they must have picked the skins already. Come on.
I don't know.
Surely. Oh,
They might.
no, they must have done. Well, if it's someone like, as we said before, like a character for like, if they're doing the meat costumes based on like a company that they're doing the character with, then they probably won't have. So there's still a chance.
Hmm.
Oh God, you've scared me now. I'm totally buying it if there is an Among Us character in
Oh
it.
yeah. It
But
can't. No, the way they announce it is like it just goes black, like the end, the me skin thing. You just hear just wow, ding ding.
Mario was the imposter. Oh, I
It
would
turns
maybe like
out.
get Lubba from Mario Galaxy 2. That'll be a cool pick.
What as a me skin?
No, just as a character.
As a character? What the fuck would Lubba do? He just fucking all he does is floats there and he goes, "Alright, Captain,
He would
let's
be my
fly,
favorite
bro."
character. That's what he would do. But okay. Let's get through your final picks and then that'll be it. So who else have you got?
Well, yeah, literally all I really said for like the realistic ones was Crash Bandicoot and a Pokemon rep.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think those are the ones I would put money on, but I'm not going to. Fucking idiot. Those are the ones I would put some money on to, well, be the fighter, because like they are probably the ones that I think they're the ones you can always expect. Like Nintendo with this fighter pass have sort of brought my expectations down. Like we've gone from with the first fighter pass, it could be literally anyone, to the second fighter pass being like I think it's like 3 out of 5 or like 3 out of 6 of them or something. I just like Nintendo reps.
I mean, I don't think anyone suspected Joker. I mean, there's people who wanted it, sure, but no one
Yeah,
suspected it to happen.
yeah, exactly.
Uh, so, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to seeing what they. Sorry, burp then. I'm really looking forward to see what they announce.
yeah.
Uh,
Well,
I think
I'm
this is the
looking. I'm
first
looking forward to
time.
seeing what else they announce as well.
Well, yeah, in terms of games and stuff.
Yeah, I'm really, really hoping Donkey Kong game. I really want a Donkey Kong game. Just,
Don't think they will. We'll probably see some like Zelda stuff.
just a port of Donkey Konga where you just use like the Joy Cons as like the conga drums, like you like hold them like bapping a
No, because it would work.
bapping a conga. It would, bro. Honestly,
It would work.
Donkey Konga HD. That's what's coming. I can smell it.
But no, so yeah, that's
Yeah, and
those are some
we're
good
not
predictions there.
gonna get we're not gonna get Metroid Prime 4 footage either, or
Oh, we might do. Come on.
Bayonetta 3. No,
Yeah, we want
no, no,
some
no,
Donkey Kong.
no,
Uh,
no Bayonetta 3 footage. No Metroid Prime 4 footage.
probably some Breath of the Wild too, but not much.
Well, I was
But
gonna
probably
say,
some.
actually, I don't think it will be. I
Well,
think
didn't they
they like to
say?
save that for like bigger ones.
Well, yeah, because didn't they say they're focused on winter releases?
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like if it's gonna be a Donkey, it's not gonna be a big one. It's just gonna be like a HD remake version. But yeah, I think it's just footage that's coming out for games this
Oh,
year.
there'll be some
Maybe
Pokemon
we'll
that
get.
too.
I was gonna say I feel like we're gonna get some like DLC for stuff like Mario Golf. I can smell DLC for that in the water.
Oh yeah. Oh, Lubber. Bring us Lubber.
Can
We
get
want
Lubber
Lubber
in the
somewhere. Come
Lubber in the
on.
golf Lubber in the golf and rain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
maybe we'll get ports of like Professor Layton or something. I'd be happy with that. I like Professor Layton. It's a good game. The first
for
one.
sure. And we definitely will get Phoenix Wright X
Ace
Ace,
Attorney. Yeah, Ace Attorney
Ace
X
Ventura.
Ace Ventura. Yeah, that's coming.
Hmm. True.
Yeah, they're saving it. They're saving it
Yeah.
for the saving it for the direct on February 30th. So
Well, fucking hell. Right. That was, to be
yeah,
fair, that segment probably lengthened the podcast quite a bit,
it did a little bit, yeah.
but it's still a very
But
short
it
podcast.
is yes, and it
Oh
is
no, it's
also
nearly 2 hours.
it's also the end of the podcast. So if excuse me. So if you guys have enjoyed today, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and if you have already click that little notification bell just next to it. Comment down below what your favourite moment was, or
Were any?
comment
And if there
comment
weren't any,
yeah
fuck
if there
off.
weren't comment I'm a little bitch and I'm
Yeah.
not even rich.
Oh. Goodbye,
Absolutely
everybody.
roasted him. Yeah, goodbye. Enjoy life.
Trash. Absolute trash. I was disgusted.